So let's talk a little bit about closing the skeptic or about selling to skeptics. Because I consider myself very, very qualified to talk about selling to skeptics because I am a skeptic myself. In fact, whenever I want to buy something, whenever I walk into a store, whenever there is something that I want to invest my money in, I do my best to talk myself out of buying, or I talk myself out of investing that money because I'm a skeptic. I just lost my train of thoughts again. It's the second time. Maybe I'm getting, I don't know, maybe I'm getting too old. Maybe I can't do this anymore. Really doesn't matter. But actually, let's use the product placement. No, actually, this is what I wanted to talk about. So imagine that you're a buyer and you want to buy a new car and you enter a Ford car dealership. The seller doesn't know jack shit about Ford. He's just like an intern, like a kid who just quotes every technical specification there is about the car and then doesn't really know what it's like to drive a Ford. Guys had a driver's license for maybe 2 years and really just doesn't feel it just doesn't look or appear interested in selling you the car. Contrast that to somebody who's been driving Ford for 25 years. It's their favorite car. They've been driving Ford. Well, they're actually driving Ford nonstop. They enjoy driving their Ford. They know everything about the car's engine, of course. Perhaps not as much as the mechanics, but they know enough to understand how the car and how the vehicle move, including the flaws. And they're very, very forthcoming and upright about the flaws. They'd be saying stuff like, look, if you're going to buy a Ford, just remember that so-and-so flaw might take an effect. This and that shortcoming will happen, and this might be the situation if you do X, Y, and Z. They're honest, but they're also passionately engaged. They're also passionate about driving the Ford. That's very, very persuasive, especially for a skeptic. And truth be told, I would consider buying a Ford from somebody who'd sell me that Ford if he would be honest and forthright and forthright and forthcoming as well, not upcoming, but forthcoming about all of the flaws that the car has, including the flaws that would otherwise consider me not to buy the car at all. Because then I know that he's being honest, and I know that he himself has to go through these flaws. And even better, I know this for a fact. Every single piece of car you buy will ultimately break down. That's just the reality of the world. A car is something that you're waiting for to break down. Unless you're, I don't know, buying it for exhibition purposes or whatever, then it's going to break down ultimately. Some cars are going to last longer than others. And, it all depends on your usage. And maybe you have some favorite items, maybe you have some favorite things when it comes to cars, but ultimately they're going to break down. So if I know that, and I'm already skeptic, but then I meet somebody who's actually, you know what, you're right. It's going to break down, blah, blah, blah. Here's what's going to happen. But you can prevent it from breaking down now, and you can make the car last longer. And I do this myself. Key phrase, I do this myself. Because now I know that there is more of us. Now I don't feel alone. He doesn't make me feel alone, that car salesman. Think about that. That's how you close a skeptic. And I can speak from personal experience. Because like I said, I'm very, very skeptical. But once I made up my mind, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. and I don't mind paying more money to do so. I mean, that's part of the reason why I bought this microphone. Product placement. I bought these Rode microphones because I saw how other people were using them. I saw that they weren't the most expensive, and I also saw that they had good user reviews. So that was it. Point being, if you want to sell to the skeptics, don't make them feel alone. Make them feel like part of a company. Highlight the flaws and the downsides. Be honest, and don't try to lower the price. That's it. If you want to learn more about sales and business and persuasion, get subscribed to my email list. The link to do so is in the episode description wherever you're watching and listening to this. And I'll see you there.